So let us solve now Kruskal's algorithm. So on the screen you can see a graph, given graph, that is it is undirected graph. Okay, it's not directed graph, and it has so many cycles also, and it has all cost on each edge. Okay, so these are the edges and all. Okay, so now basically what Kruskal's algorithm does is, so first it will note down all the edges from each node to each node, whatever the edges are there, it will just note down the edges with its cost, and then it will just arrange the edges in according to the cost. Okay, so now you can see here, we can see 1 2 3 4 5 6, there is no 7 I guess, and 8. So now what Kruskal's diagram does is, first it will take an edge. Okay, it will arrange the edge. Okay, let me just write, suppose, so first which is the minimum edge, that is 1. So what is the edge? B to C. Okay, so it will write BC, and it will write down 1. Okay, that's done. The second edge, which is the minimum cost, so that is EF, or EF. Okay, we will go according to that alphabetical order, so that is 2. Then third edge, 2, no 2 repeating. Okay, 3. So A to B is 3. Okay, A to B is 3. Then 4 we have 2. Okay, one is B to C, I mean B to F and C to F. So first I will write B to F, B to F, that is 4, then C to F, that is 4. You can write F to C also, that is not a problem. Then after 4, 5, so I have A to F, A to F, that is 5, then D to F, that is also 5. Okay, remaining 6, so A to E, A to E is 6, and C to D is 6. A to E 6 done, C to D 6 done. The last one is E to D. Okay, E to D is 8, or D to E, sorry, I missed it. DE, DE is 8. Okay, I'll just erase this graph now. Okay, so just draw this graph and keep now itself on the book, so that you won't get confused, because you have to see this graph and then solve. Oh, by mistake I erased this. Okay, 4 4 4. Okay, so now what is the condition in this? I don't have to form any cycles while making plotting the graphs edges, and while making this minimum cost spanning tree. I should not what to say, make this tree in such a way that it will be containing some cycles. You know what is cycle? Like, see, this is not a cycle, but if you do like this, since it is undirected, it will become a cycle. So I have arranged this in an increasing order. So first I will take this edge, first minimum edge. So you know that was here B to C, that is 1. Then I will take the second edge, that is E to F. Okay, so E to F. Okay, this here was F, here was E, then E to F, that is 2. Then A to B, A to B is the third edge, minimum 1. So I will take A to B, that is 3. Then B to F, since there is no node joining F, so I can consider B to F, which is 4. Then I have, okay, so this is done. I will just underscore it, since we have chosen that. Now this one, C to F, if I consider, it will form a cycle, right? So I won't consider this. Then A to F, A to F again will form a cycle, I won't consider that. Then I have D to F, there is no D and there is no path from F to D, so I will take D to F. What's the value? 5. And then A to E, if I join A to E, that will make what to say, cycle A to E. So big cycle, I won't write. Then C to D, again a cycle. D to E, again a cycle. So we got the graph here. So this thing, okay, so I can simply put dotted lines like this, showing that we did not take those paths. Okay, so we got our given minimum cost spanning tree. Usually they will ask minimum cost spanning tree itself. So this is our minimum cost function. Since it is not directed graph like we have in our fluids and warshells, so there is no problem since it is zigzag. So it can go like this aram se, right, like this, like this. It's not directed, so aram se I can go to B to C. If there is no nothing to go further, I can come back to B and then go to all the nodes. Okay, so it was very easy. Okay, but how you have to do is first make like serial wise, and then edges which you are selecting, you can just write like that. First write like this, you don't have to do like this. Okay, which how I did. First B to C, right, then put one arrow mark. Second step, F to C selected. Third step, this was selected. So how many times? 1 2 3 4 5 times you have to draw the graph, one by one showing that, and each place left side let it be the graph, right side you write the explanation what is happening. So this was the very easiest and shortest video for this Kruskal's algorithm. I don't think any further explanation is required.